IG would keep bumping us off. If you had like too many people come in, what would happen is you're playing music and they'll start throwing a copyright.
Like you said that they were gonna,
yeah. So I'll get kicked out and I'll drop.
Right.
So and that sucked because it was like, at some point you'll have like 60 people in your.
How many?
Right when you're
like
vibing.
60 people.
60.
At some point, yeah.
That's
like,
excellent, dude.
Yeah, they're just
I saw
chilling.
people with 3 people sometimes, and they're just, and they just give up. Somebody just like, nah, I can't do this anymore. And
so
they just
what
stop doing it.
he was part of a lot of those when he was in there. We're all vibing, everybody's having a good time, and then bloop, I go down. IG just shuts me down. So then to get all those 60 people back is hard because they don't come back.
Right.
You're lucky if you get half, but that's where I wind up. I was blessed enough that I had put in the work already and that interaction I was giving the show, I felt like. So, most of my people were starting to come back. But then when I switched over to Twitch, it was way different. The production level was on another tip. But I had to learn all that. I had to learn how to produce that show. I had to learn how to use video software, how to layer things, and no one was teaching me that. So I had to learn how to run.
But that's
Twitch.
exciting. I mean, it brings you out of it. I mean, you're used to a certain thing, and then now you have to like grow from that. And I'm sure that helped you in the production company too.
Yeah. Now if you go, like, I'd love to do a show where here, or even if you guys come through at the house and stuff and see what it is. I'm looking at like 4 different monitors, but it's all now it runs smooth. Now you'll see me. I'm doing my thing. I'm on the mic and saying hi to people, checking what's what, and it's all cool.
Right.
But you should have seen, like, as soon as I got on Twitch, I was like, you could tell in my face.
Fish out of
Luckily,
water.
I was like, oh, what the fuck is that? Why is that happening? Why is this happening? Are you guys hearing this? And like, luckily they were really patient with me, and I grew with them. They grew with me, and they stuck around. So, now the streams are pretty cool. And, I'm trying to get on a regular schedule now.
Yeah.
But because of the gigs and stuff, and then, being a dad, those kind of things take precedence now. So, I'm looking forward to going back to Twitch.
And 2021's picking up for you.
Absolutely, yeah. So, yes, it feels like I could finally breathe.
Yeah.
And now I'm able to do what I want to do back to... It literally felt like all the hard work that I had done, someone just snatched it.
Yeah.
That's how I felt for 2020. I was like, shit's gone.
It did feel like that. And it's like, what am I going to do, to survive this?
Right, exactly.
Unemployment.
Yep, absolutely, yeah. Oh, yeah.
When they give the gig workers, because I'm a gig worker, I don't have something full time. So when they did gig workers, I was like, wait. And so I had some buddies, they're like, oh, you have to apply or whatever.
Yeah.
2 things. A lot of paperwork. I'm like, is it worth it? I don't know. I don't want to deal with it. And then number 2 is you got that doubt. Like, who's going to give me money,
Right.
I applied, and we got that money.
Yeah.
And it helped out a lot. You know what I mean? I'm guessing that you had to buy stuff. Did you have to do it through the business or yourself?
All through myself. But unemployment helped a lot.
Yeah. Let's just keep it at that.
Yeah, they absolutely. And
let's
then
just keep it at that.
Shout out over to my wife. I don't know if she'll ever listen to this, but to my wife, she helped out. She's the one. She never stopped working. She's a teacher.
Oh yeah.
She's a special ed teacher. So she had my back, man, when it came down to the rent, and I couldn't put my half up for it, and just always backed me up. Right. And if I needed something for the stream, it was just like, if you need it, I got you. That's it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So
luckily those streams started paying off through Venmo and through tips, and then Twitch.
I see that.
Yeah. Once I went into Twitch and it started, I got affiliated. Then through them, you get paid as long as you're streaming and people subscribe to your stream. Then that revenue comes to you. So it's a whole vibe, man. That right there is just another job. That's another resource now
that you're capable of doing.
Right. And I got to keep it going.
Yeah. Well, good for you, dude. I mean, you found your way, right? Found his niche.
I had.
Yeah, respect to that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And now, how do you like being back in front of people? I mean, you still do Turnbull's Tavern?
That's where that was my first gig. Yeah, that was my first gig coming back out of everything. So Turnbull's is there. Spin Lounge is back up and running, so I'm there, and it's revamped. And I don't know if you've ever been to Spin Lounge. Probably not. It's in Uptown Whittier.
If I did, it might have been once.
Have you ever taken them?
He doesn't remember.
No? Oh, okay.
No? No.
Well, now it's revamped and everything looks really cool. But I don't know if you guys know the area. Uptown Whittier?
Where the girls are prettier?
I was waiting. I didn't want to be the one to say it.
Are you familiar with Uptown?
No. I live in Van Nuys.
Oh yeah, you're on.
I like saying Van Nuys.
On the other side.
What do you
Very
mean?
nice.
Van Nuys.
Very nice.
I like.
Van Nuys, where everybody's nice. Not.
Yeah, so that's a cool little spot. So yeah, they're starting to pick up, and then should we tell them, German, about?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
What's happening?
What?
Just today.
This is intense.
So we had our own podcast on Sunday.
Okay.
Me and German.
Imaginary podcast.
Yeah, it was more of a vent session.
Oh.
But it was really cool. So we were just kind of talking about the things that that we were looking forward to, what we're doing. He was telling me about your Tesla and stuff, and I'm like, wow, that's fucking cool because,
Sorry, man, I was
A Tesla.
yeah,
And it's one of the bigger ones, too, not one of the smaller ones. It's like
Yeah,
one of the ones-
exactly.
Yeah. It's like the
just the
SUV
fact that you
of
have one,
Teslas.
bro. That's awesome.
He can't say anything. Look, he's just like, he loves that
It's,
thing.
it's surreal. Anyways,
So I tell German, I'm like, goals, bro. That's goals right there for sure.
Yeah.
So he never asked me that question. He asked me, what am I looking to get out of everything that I'm doing now? And to be honest with you, I never really thought about it. And it's like he just kind of sparked something in me where I'm just like, yeah, where am I going with this? What do I want to do with this? So the production company is one of them,
Yes.
the entertainment.
Yeah.
And essentially what I want is to have enough DJs and enough gigs so that I could just filter the work out. And I could just sit back and watch
That's
everybody
dope.
get paid. And, that's
Yeah,
where it
get
was
your cut.
already heading.
right.
So now it's just getting back to that, and that's
Right.
fine. And as you well know, I was during our time with the Galaxy, that was just cut short. I felt like we were kind of like we had so much more work to do at the Galaxy as far as soccer fest goes and events and stuff, and it just didn't happen.
Right.
So we got into talking. Long story short,
Drum roll or what?
his boy helped me again on his name,
Keyshore.
Keyshore.
We all used to work together at the LA Galaxy back
There
in
we
the
go.
days. So, the thing about how, good people, reaching out to good people, and I strongly believe that every time, whenever, I told Speedy this earlier, whenever they reach out to me and they ask for anybody, you guys are, my go-to people. If you guys were Pokemon cards, it'd be Bulbasaur, Charizard,
Squirtle,
Squirtle. Okay, you'll be Squirtle. Squirtle,
I like Bulbasaur. Can I?
Charmeleon,
Bulbasaur, and Charmeleon.
Pikachu.
Pikachu. She is annoying. Pikachu.
Damn.
Ouch.
Damn, this took a left turn. No, I'm just kidding. So
Tell me how you really feel.
we're barely 20 minutes into the podcast. So the same thing with you guys. When they reach out to you guys, or somebody, you guys have always been, you guys never hesitate to throw my name out there, regarding to whatever I know of, skill-wise, whether it's in the mic, production, whatever. So this former coworker of mine reached out to me today, and this guy works at Sophie Stadium and YouTube Theater.
Oh.
You guys know that's the new big venue right now here in California and whatnot. And he was looking specifically for a DJ to DJ an event this Friday. It's a concert de Cristian Castro y Mijares.
Wow.
So keep in mind, these events are selling out in these places. So I was about to take a nap to come to today's podcast. I was chilling, it's my day off, I'm chilling. I got the hell up. I got so excited. I got a hold of him. Call me right now. But before I reached back to him, I needed to get his okay first to double check. I don't think I did. I was like, yeah, I know somebody. Let me and my desperation got a hold of Speedy, and long story made short, without getting too into it, he locked that in, and hopefully he becomes a regular moving
That's
forward.
awesome.
So that's the first.
Congratulations, man.
Thank
That's
you,
really
man.
dope.
Hey.
Yeah.
So I'll be there tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
As a recording of
For the Cristian Castro Mijares concert.
It's tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
I'm tripping.
And just like that.
Is this the gig that you were talking about that you need your
Yes.
controller for?
Oh.
Absolutely. Yes.
It'll be good. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You're playing for an older crowd.
Yeah.
all about that.
But I'm a big Luis Miguel fan. I love.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, bro. I'm everywhere. I love that.
The thing is that the reason why we're bringing the story up is because it was manifested during our event talk on. We were at we hung out at the Galaxy this past weekend, and we're just having life talk like, yo, where we're going with this now that things are back to normal right now. Let's figure out where we individually want to take our talents and our skills to. What level? I mean, we've always been teeter-tottering with these projects that we do, but something always halts it or prevents it. Forget the pandemic, just in general, like our schedules and things like that. This show alone ended 4.5 years ago because of schedules. It wasn't that it stopped. It's just schedules got in the way. Everybody, a lot of you guys are family men and parents and whatnot, and we're back to doing this right now. So I asked him, yo, so where do you see yourself? And he straight out said, I just want to do bigger events, bro. I want to, put my name out there. I just want to do bigger things. And we were eating chicken while we're talking and having this conversation. No, we were.
Yeah.
The Galaxy Game's about to start, but me and him are in this one little corner of the stadium just talking, having this serious conversation. Yeah. And I was like, nah, bro, like, you know, put your name out there. Like, I don't know what the conversation went so many ways, but the more of it was that it was just manifesting it. Like you're going to do it, bro. Like you put it out there, this and that. And here we are 4 days later, and he gets this opportunity. I strongly believe in manifestation. I strongly believe in putting positive energy out there. All of us in this room have done that, and we are where we are because of our hard work, our drive, dedication, passion, all of that put together. And I'm just excited to see what's going to happen moving forward, because Homeboy pulls up with a Tesla, and I'm still like, whoa. You don't understand. He's like pulling up with a spaceship. Like, I'm just tripping out.
It feels like I'm in a spaceship.
Because he talked about this a while back, and it happened. We were just talking about that, and it happened. Like, these manifestation powers that we sometimes forget that we have. You know, sometimes we're so caught up with a lot of the negative stuff and just life happening that we forget that we are as skillful and talented and enough to manifest these things. We have all that power within us. We're all mutants.
So I don't think it happens by chance. It's just the work you've been putting day in, day out. And that opportunity came, obviously, right place at the right time, which you worked there, so you have that connection, and it just allowed yourself to be ready to go.
Every single person in this room, I have seen them work their ass off.
Right.
Sleepless nights, missing out events, missing out life. So
Preach.
I am not surprised to see us all grow and evolve, and it's only going to get better. Hope to God.
And that's literally what her and I were just talking about on our way here, just kind of reminiscing, kind of almost the same conversation, but just in life in general. And she was like, man, it just kind of feels like we're in the final stage or a final phase. And I told her, no, I still think there's plenty of phases and stages to still go through.
Absolutely.
So it's same thing with you. You know, it's one milestone. What's the next milestone? What's your next achievement? And I think this is awesome, especially a Soulfly right now. Man,
yeah,
the timing is right.
Yes,
the timing is right. Probably for yourself too. You know, it probably makes sense to do it
because the stadium is so new too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm very excited, and we were talking about this earlier. Like, when he hit me up, no lie, I was filtering through old music from our Galaxy days, not intentionally. Some other DJ inspired me to just go back, and she played a couple of songs, and I was like, oh my God, I haven't heard those songs in a while. I should add them to my rotation because they're cool, you know? And I think people, if I bring them back, people will be like, you know, this is all about time.
What songs, if you don't mind?
It was just a bunch of like electro EDM tracks.
Okay.
So these tracks, essentially, I was very heavily into that movement, I come from a house era, like house music and, you know, Richard Vision and Power 106, Power Tools, all that stuff. That was where I grew up. And to see it grow into what it is now, the whole EDC thing, and that's huge. It's cool to see it. So I embraced it during the Galaxy days. I embraced the music that people were bringing out. So I started doing my own edits, just adding old vocals from house music over to EDM music. So
we were just having a very similar conversation the other day. So we got Tesla, right? So we go cruising in it.
Oh, did you really?
Of course.
Is that the one downstairs is yours?
What?
Yeah.
You got a Tesla?
So we get the car, and we're like, all right, let's take this thing for a spin. Let's see what this thing can do, right? So we're like, all right, just starting out slow, putting on some jams, whatever. And at the end, we're like, all right, let's turn around, let's go home. So, like, at this point, we're just, like, jamming out, you know, like, straight up just house music.
Oh, my God.
And, you know, it was, like, more current, like, EDM, but, like, still kind of house, more, like, early 2000s music. And I was saying, like, dang, you know, it's crazy that we enjoy this stuff so much.
Right.
And I said, but you know what? Like, this all started with house. You know, like, we like this because when we were kids, it was house. And then, you know, it's come all this way.
We're all roughly
so
around the same age, too, so we completely appreciate the genre, and we all grew up with it. So, and that's kind of the reason why when we go back into the time when Speedy and I were in Galaxy, like, we just made sure that we catered every crowd possible as far as the age demographic. But when he would throw in the old school stuff, like, we had a crowd because we had everybody our age right there just jamming out and this and that, and
it was a vibe.
It's definitely a vibe.
It was a vibe before we knew what before that term was.
Before that term was established by the cool kids
By
nowadays.
the cool kids, yes. So right now, were you sincere when you didn't know that was his?
Oh, no, right now, no. He's been saying it this whole time. He's like, at Tesla's, let me see the keys. I want to see the keys. I've never seen Tesla keys. We always see the car.
No keys.
There's no keys?
There's no key.
Get the...
No, there's no key. Or do you have? It's a card, right?
What is it?
App. It's an app on the phone.
There you go. That's the one.
Tesla.
That's it right there.
Look behind it.
Oh, it's like